words to sometimes play with your imagination, and then sometimes I use my words to force you to think. So today, I'm going to use my words and make you think. Is that all right? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. I want to encourage you. I want to tell you to keep your head up. Tomorrow is another day, and trouble don't last always. But then, that wouldn't be any type of encouragement. And as I walked away, there'd be no pride or truth held within my sweat. I want to tell you that I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all you've witnessed, the crosses you've been forced to carry and bear. But I am sick of saying I'm sorry. And I am tired of hearing you utter that irritating phrase. You see, I'm sorry is reserved for when you or I have done something wrong, a sin for which we must atone. It is not something we say when we've simply nothing else to say. And we've done nothing wrong, short of being black and living where some consider out back. We've no sin to atone except for walking alone and possibly hovering around like a drone. But, and hear me when I say, black is not wrong. Living is not wrong. Walking is not wrong. Standing, sitting, or anything that is viewed as a civil right handed to us through legislation and inherent freedoms is not wrong. I want to encourage you. I want you to know that I love you, my king. I want you to know that I value and support you, my queen. I want you to know that you are not wrong. And if anyone would take a moment and look at you, they would see nothing but strength. For you are the very definition of strong. And when I look at you, I see kings and queens, descendants of a rich African heritage and royalty. More than some made-up Marvel or Wakandian fantasy. There is strength in your hips and legacy rests on your shoulders. And every time there is death, trauma, or massive crime, it is an attempted robbery of the legacy your ancestors left behind. An inheritance that cannot be gutted is hidden in your vines. I want to encourage you. Live your life to the fullest and stay away from those colors. Don't allow the red and blue to dictate who they think or want you to be. For they are taking your life and your breath just as rapidly as the men and women steeped in hate try to end, steal, and seal your fate. I want to encourage you. Don't be afraid of the men and women in blue. It is their job to serve and protect you. Be dignified, even when holding them to a standard of accountability. Remember, there is perseverance running in your muscularity. I want to encourage you. It's time to put those weapons of mass destruction down, even for a moment, to bask in the sun. Let it encourage you. Let it energize you, as I have tried to do. would not be doing my job as a spoken word artist and entertainer if I did not let you know, because there's somebody in here who needs to know that you are not alone. I am afraid of the dark. I am afraid of the dark. I am afraid of the dark. Now mock me if you must, but I swear to you, this is no lark. I'm simply afraid of the dark. See, it was dark when he came in. And they say he came in like a thief in the night, but I'm not so sure whose side of the story they're trying to tell. For if you ask my body, this spirit that pours forth from this well, he was a thief. And he littered the ground with my entrails as he promised not to miss any detail, and ravished me. A minister. He was sent to pray for me. Instead, he prayed upon me. So, yes, I am afraid of the dark. And truth be told, I don't know if it was night or day when he was so bold to have his way, for my eyes were closed incredibly too tight to see any type of light. And I am afraid of the dark. And this is no walk in the park. It's not done for some hashtag likes or unfaithful followers. Instead, I choose to bring awareness in sharing this. You are not alone. You too? Me too. But I got you. And I am afraid of the dark. And the worst part is, no, the worst part wasn't. The worst part wasn't seeing him enjoy my body like toasted turkey on rye while I was dry. No. The worst part was not having any family see me cry, no friends to ask me why. I all of a sudden recoil at the mere mention of his voice, and I am afraid of the dark. And the worst part is, and so afraid of the dark was I that I forgot to live in the light, and so filled with shame that I gave him instant fame in the spotlight of my head game. But I'm afraid of the dark. No, I was afraid of the dark. I am stronger than him, and he does not win. This is my art, and I choose to impart. You are not alone. You too? Me too. But I got you. This is what freedom means to me. It is a fire burning deep within, the divinity that is my DNA, quietly urging me not to forget. Selma, Washington, bus boycotts, lunchtime countertops, or MLK. It is righteous leaders calling for unity, gun laws, and the necessity to allow me to live how I choose to be. It is the energetic determination and fearless women saying, follow me, this is the way. It is every endangered species that somehow manages to live and thrive again. It is denouncing hate every day, in every way, no matter how big the hater in my face may be. It is being able to obtain my every goal without having to deal with negative thoughts and oppressiveness of people who have absolutely no belief in me. It is unapologetically me. I am freedom. Can't you hear those bells ringing? In this world full of animosity, freedom is reaching the mountaintop. No matter how many try daily to make your progress stop. Yes, this is what freedom means to me. And when it is uttered, even as just a whisper, it is a song that every muscle in my body can remember and echo during the coldest days of December. Lift every voice and sing. Let freedom ring till earth and heaven ring. I do not need a judge garbed in his black robe to bang his gavel for me to know I am freedom. And no matter what may come to try and dissuade my drum, I will be permitted and granted the right to travel, for I am freedom. And I dare to live out one man's dream. I am the fierce urgency of the here and now. I am the reality of justice and liberty. Freedom starts and ends with me, so I must open my mouth and speak. I am neither the rest nor tranquility. I am simply me. I am freedom. Now, don't you think it's time you do more than just hear me? Because I am freedom knocking at your door, and this is what freedom is for you and me. Okay, so this last one, I want you to think about everything that you've heard about slavery and slaves being sold, and kind of have that picture in your head as you hear my words. To the men in my life, I am not a cow. Yet you continue to give me your regurgitated lies again and again, forcing me to digest them. But instead of passing through a four-stomach system, they pass through my soul and are birthed in the lives of my children. But I am not a cow, so you will not call it cud. Instead, you will call it love. And I, whose birth was covered in a mixture of the ancestors' blood and man's knotted up rough cord, have become the seed that encourages the grass to grow. But blow after blow and lie after lie, I have been trampled on. So instead of being the good, fertile ground, I have become the tree. And your strands that flow inside of me have manifested into rope where you swing. Your body mimicking the folly and fun you promised me this life would bring. This is the story they will tell you. They will not remember how I was pulled, shaped, and molded from your rib. How I sat majestically beside you, a force to be reckoned with. You'll not ever hear them say how it was you and I that saved the day. With our melanin pulling light into their dark ages. I am not a cow, but they will display my body for all to see repeatedly until you forget the dynamic that was once you and me. They will tear us apart, and where I once was connected, the protector of your heart, they will perform surgery and remove me, and you will let them. And you will believe it when they say, I didn't want you and I saw no value or worth within. And this is the birthing of lies. They will beat you into submission. They will breed you until that is all you think you've ever been. And if you dare to show an ounce of the strength that was once there, they will teach you how to round up your kin, pen them, and brand them too. You will not know the depths of which that ink you use sets in. But I am not a cow, and my skin does not regenerate. Instead, my neck will be covered in the shards of your wire, and my tears will be the sweat which pours from me as I perspire. And I am not a cow, but they will instill in you that I am a commodity, my body nothing more than a replaceable source for your energy. They will not tell you that it is I who can stir your soul, I, the helpmate to all your goals. And I am not a cow, but they will tell you that this is the life cycle, the only way for you to win. They will tell you that this is how you become defined as a man. They will hand you the gun, and I promise I will not run. I will look at you with sadness and hurt, begging you to remember that I am not a cow, but you will pull the trigger anyhow. And when the same blood that was present at my birth spills over your streets, they will tell you that your sin is not on their hands, and they will lay my body at your feet. And they will steal you away and lock you in a metal land. And no one will stand for you. No one except for me, the woman you once knew. And the only way to make what they say untrue is to wake up and see that I am a woman standing beside you. And we, a king and queen, are more than just royalty. We are the Black family.
Yeah.
If you want to book me or follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at Divine Miss Kim. That's DVNMSKM on Instagram, and DVNSM and DivineMissKim@gmail.com.